When winter comes and temperatures fall below freezing for weeks at a time, and waterfalls are draped with ice, and lakes and ponds freeze over, can you hear the ice sing? It's the noise of the ice shifting. High frequencies travel faster over the open ice than low notes, so you hear those falling tones. Beep, boop.
The Wonderland Spectacle Co presents
Ice! Today we've driven about an hour and a half west of Boston to East Brookfield to learn about ice fishing from our friends at MassWildlife.
My name is Jim Legacy, and I work for the Massachusetts Division of Fisheries and Wildlife, and I coordinate a program called the Angler Education Program. The entire goal of that program is to get people outside interested in the outdoors with the experience of fishing. Today we're on Quacumquassett, South Pond in East Brookfield, and we're setting up for ice fishing, seeing if we can catch a few fish. We want to take the auger just in case?
Walking on ice can be really dangerous, so before you venture out, make sure to have a grown-up check that the ice is safe. What kind of fish are we hoping to catch today?
Basically, when you're ice fishing, I like to say anything that bites. What I do is I like certain species. So I like the smaller panfish, yellow perch, calico bass, pumpkin seed bluegills are really tasty fish, really nice white, flaky meat, and those are the ones that I'd seek. And if they're of size, I would keep them, 10, 12 inches to make, it worth your while, so that you'd have a good fillet to eat. And if I catch a bigger fish like a pike, a pickerel, which is like in the same family as pike, a little bit smaller, but a really good fighting toothy fish, those fish are just going to go back. I'm not going to keep those. But when you're set up with a family group like this, you just want the flags to go off. You want to catch anything that bites. So we put a whole bunch of tip-ups out, and that's what you're trying to do. So this is a golden shiner, and that's what we're going to use for bait today. They're small little bait fish that are common pond shiners in Massachusetts in the larger family of cyprinids, which are the minnow species. So if you let that shiner swim on the bottom, there's all kinds of aquatic vegetation on the bottom sticking up, and rocks, boulders, and that fish, they're natural, they're a bait fish, a prey species, they're going to go right in and hide as best they can. So if you bring them up above the bottom where they can't hide, they'll just swim around. They'll be more of a target to the fish that you're trying to catch. So we're going to set a tip up. We're just going to open it all up. Stretch out the flag. And then you sound the hole. So we're going to put the sounder on now and find the depth, and that's just clipping it on to the shank of the hook and dropping it down in the water column slowly like this until it hits the bottom. So we're in fairly deep water here, I'd say 20 feet plus, and we're on the bottom. And the way you tell that is just a feel. So you can pick it up and literally you can feel it thunking off the bottom. And you'd want the button set right, at this point you want it set right at the water level, and then you're just going to slide it a couple of 3 feet forward. So when you actually put the bait in, that bait's going to be set up, swimming around above the bottom. And then you just reel it all the way back up. And we want to take the sounder off, put it away from the hole, and then we need a shiner. Got him still there?
Here it is.
Awesome. There we go. He's active. So this is a golden shiner, and that's what we're going to use for bait today. Perfect. Look at that. And we'll let him swim. Down in the hole, buddy. Down in the hole. There we go. Nice. Thank you, Ulysses. Nailed it. This will be the lucky one, okay? This will be your flag. And there we go. It's right on the top now. Now you just have to set the flag. And that's your trigger mechanism right there. You're just going to bring the flag down and put it on the open side of that trigger mechanism, just like that. So if the fish bite, it triggers that flag to go off. So that's the lucky one, Ulysses. So hopefully we'll catch one. What happens is the fish is going to bite, like I said, the flag is going to trigger like that, and then you would see that, and you'd come running and look. Flag is your first indication that a fish took your bait. The second would be if that button is gone and your spool is spinning, that means a fish is taking your bait. So then you would slowly pull it out of the water, and you would literally feel the fish fighting at this point. And then you're just going to give a tug like that to set the hook in the fish's mouth, and then you just fight them back, hand over hand, just like that. You're just fighting them in. And you'd fight the fish right up onto the ice. In this case, it's a nice chain pickerel. One of your classics in the winter. You want to grip them really good like this. That, and we have a circle hook on this. So usually they're just caught in the upper lower jaw. Really easy. And they have to be 15 inches in mass to keep. This one's right in that ballpark, but we're going to set this young fish free today. And the best way to do this is to put it right down the hole, head first. Don't put it tail first, it struggles. You just put it right down the hole head first and free it up. And you've just caught a fish through the ice.
Let's make ice lanterns. Here's what you'll need: bowl, cup, rock, water, ribbon, leaves of holly or other evergreens, candles, matches, and freezing temperatures to make ice. First, you're going to take your rock and put it in a cup for a weight that will hold down the cup. Then you're going to add greenery like evergreens for decorations, whatever you find around your yard or neighborhood. I used some holly and some hemlock branches and some lichen. And now pour water in. If you have any ribbon, you can put the ribbon in for a handle so you can make a hanging ice sculpture. Then you're going to leave it to freeze for a few hours or overnight. Then when you come back the next day, you can take out the little cup, take the whole ice sculpture out of the container, and now you have that little indentation. Put your candle so you have an ice candle holder. Now you have a pretty frozen outdoor lantern to light up your winter night.